Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday and welcome back from your Thanksgiving break. I hope your break was really good and relaxing and you ate a bunch of food. I know I did, all of the above. So let's get back into the swing of things, shall we? Let's do our bell ringer. So what do we've got? It says the image right here shows how proteins are produced from information stored in the nucleus of a cell. So before I even continue, we remember the nucleus, we call that the brain of the cell because it carries all of the information. It knows what the cell needs to do. So inside the nucleus, inside the cell, we see in this picture here, we have those X-shaped structures. And when we see that X shape, we know we're talking about those chromosomes, right? The chromosomes, what are they? They are formed by that long-stranded DNA. It looks like that twisted up ladder. And that DNA tightly winds up to form that X shape. And on that DNA strand are a bunch of different genes. And then down here we have these little weird shaped things labeled as the proteins. Okay, so based on the image, what can be concluded about the production of proteins? So we're going to use this picture to decide what the heck is happening with the production of proteins, or how are proteins made. Let's go through this. So A says a gene is made up of several chromosomes that code for the production of several proteins. So that answer sounds really nice. It sounds good. However, look at it carefully. It says a gene is made up of several chromosomes. No, 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 no. We know that the chromosomes are made up of the DNA, right? On each gene, and here in this picture we have gene labeled as K, another gene or section of that DNA labeled as L, and another gene labeled as M. On this strand of DNA, we have multiple genes, and these genes are all tightly wound up to be inside of the chromosome. You don't have chromosomes on your genes. It's the other way around, right? So we know it's not going to be A. If we look at, let's go to C. It says each chromosome consists of a single gene that codes for a unique protein. That answer also sounds really nice. However, look at this strand of DNA. We don't have just one single gene on that strand of DNA, right? We have at least 3 in this picture, different genes. So you're not going to have just one gene on a chromosome. You're always going to have multiple genes in a chromosome. So it's not going to be C. D says up to 3 genes are responsible for the production of a single protein. So look at this picture here. They're giving you the answer for this one. So here we have gene K, and it is pointing to, and we know when we're pointing to things, that means that's what it's making. K is making protein K. Gene L is making protein L, which is different from protein K. And same thing with gene M. Gene M makes protein M, which is different from L, which is different from K. So we've got 3 different proteins being made here. So it's not going to be multiple genes coding for one protein. You're going to have one gene making your one unique protein. So it's not going to be D either. So B is going to be our good answer here. Why? It says genes contain information to make different proteins. That's totally true because we have K making protein K, gene L making protein L, and blah, 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 blah. So your answer is going to be B. Make sure you type down why you know it's correct. Don't just give me the answer, because if you just type a letter and don't say why it's right, you aren't getting credit for that bell ringer. And those people have been pointed out and they should know about it, so let's correct it. All right, I will see you down at direct instruction.